Hello and welcome back to the FTB Infinity Evolved at World of Keralis. So we are going to continue where we left off. So yeah, those crystals are still growing. Just before I put there in the water, I checked that they were on 94%, so it's getting there. What this is all about? Water sprinkler system. Maybe this is going to be some kind of auto farm or something like that. Oh. And this will be the next step for us. So so when I get these crystals done, I can start making other stuff with those. We are in dire need of Inscriber. Of course, that won't be that useful until we get other stuff also. We are moving towards the AE system, but for that we will need plenty of other stuff. So 95%, so I will leave those there and monitor that clear lag doesn't take them away. So one of our residents was able to find the all presses. So these. So when we get that Inscriber up and running, we can start making these different kind of processors which are needed for AE system. But let me check how to make silicon, because we will need these printed silicon to make the full processors. So okay, it needs that, so it's pulverizer, sand, or let's see, clay blocks, 80%, I think with flint or dark steel ball. What else? Yeah, so I think the best option is to pulverize sand. So let's see. Yeah, we have plenty of sand, so I will put it there. And what else? Yeah, of course, this other stuff you need also redstone and diamond gold, and of course that pure Certus. And of course that one one press is for that silicon. So these are the processors which are needed for different kind of AE system parts. So when we get to making that Inscriber and start working towards the AE system, the next part for the full system is this Emmy Controller, and this is costly. So you need full Enderium block and also vibrant alloy blocks, 2 of them, something called enhanced Caldorian metal, I don't even know how to make those, and quantum core, so 4 nether stars, so we have to at least kill 4 withers, then something called enriched Sunarium alloy, and well, this is the easiest part of this quantum core. And finally, this is why I need that Inscriber, so calculation processor, and you need to make these calculation circuits which are done by this pure Certus quartz crystal. So I will do other stuff meanwhile, and I will come back when those crystals are done. See you soon. Alright, I just checked those, so they are at 99%. So they will be soon ready. Meanwhile, this is well, I think this will be our sort of temporal place, and we will build a AE system here, and in time we will move those all those machines also here. What I have done here, so I made sort of the corridor and mined it open to sky. So my plan is to that I will place here solar panels, and using those immersive engineering lines, I will draw the power down there. So you can pull the power straight line using those connectors, LV wire or something like that. Of course, LV wire connector, this I think it was 250 or so RF per tick, which this can handle. So obviously this solar panel is good for that, because this produces only 64, but this one here, this produces 512. So for this we need a better wires. So if we look up what was it here, this one can handle around 800, but the best one is this high voltage fire connector. So I don't know how much this can pull, but that will be used. Of course, I'm not sure if there are any kind of any other kinds of mean how to pull power faster than those connectors, but we will check that out. So that is my plan, so we can get rid of these and hopefully we get all the stuff for the AE system. I took a look, closer look, what you need for this. So these vibrant alloys, you need ender pearls and of course energetic alloy, and that's sort of pretty easy to do. Redstone, gold, and of course you need to go to the nether to get glowstone dust. Enderium, I already have 18 ingots, so these are those 2 blocks, and but for the enderium you will need plenty of stuff. So of course yet again ender pearls, pyrotheum dust, and this enderium base. Pyrotheum dust is coal, sulfur, blaze powder, and electrotine. Nothing fancy. And this enderium based tin ingot, silver ingot, and shiny ingot. But this is the my problem, how to get this large lump of Calcador. Oh yeah, I think I already checked that. So how was it? Two ingots. So you need large lump. So you need 9 of these, which will mean that you need 9 blocks of, so in total 18 blocks of diamond, which is oh gosh, 162 diamonds. So quite many diamonds. You also need these Eye of Calcador, so I would assume that yeah, you need Eye of Ender. So yet again more ender pearls, even cast tears, fermented spider eye. Well, these are easy to do. Magma cream, nothing fancy there. So hardest part is this cast tear. And finally there's this stabilized metal, iron, well, something called hardened mesh. So basically a lot of iron. And how is this raw hardener? Okay, so obsidian and even more diamonds. So yeah, plenty of stuff needs to be done and mined before getting those parts for the Emmy Controller. Okay, so I will get those crystals and I will be back shortly. Okay, so they are there, so there was one player kindly enough to donate me a couple of crystals before, so I will repay them to him, of course. And but now I have all the necessary stuff here, so this was the also quite hard to make and took a lot of power. We had a full drum of oil and also I think it was reinforced tank, almost full of oil, and it took all to make that one, because it's 50 million RF, so it has luckily some amount of power in buffer, so but these are now stopped and empty. Anyway, finally we have this, so there you go, and I will, this is the one which I'm going to make first, so let's see. Let's put it here and yeah, as you can see, it contains power now, so you can power it using RF. So the press goes there, and the material used goes here. And unfortunately, because this is normal Inscriber, you need to manually put the items one by one. Later on, you are able to automate this. There are several ways to automate but I'm not sure if you could use those, what there was called, item, let's see, transfer nodes, because usually as you can see, there aren't any kind of configuration which side acts how. Using the AE system to automate, of course, you have to put top and bottom some of the buses and side some of the buses, so but for now I need to make this manually, so I think 16 will be enough for now, as there's no reason to make more yet. Let's see. Someone is wanting nighttime, so let's vote on that. What else? Yeah, so let's take a look some other stuff. So this Emmy Controller is sort of the main piece to the system. From this you need to connect all the other necessary parts so you can use the system. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, so this is also important. To this part you will have to put these all storage cells where all the materials are stored. So let's take a look inside. So these are actually quite cheap to make. This looks like a normal receipt from normal Infinity. Yeah, so nothing fancy there. And let's see these storage cells. Yeah, these are normal as well. So basically what they have done that this or let's see, where is it? Not the energy cell. This or this are needed. Emmy Controller. I like this controller far more better because you can connect these cables and have those channels. This acts as a acceptor, so you can use RF or EU power to power your AE system. So this is needed, and this or this ME chest and one or more of these. Okay, so well, yeah, okay, there's also this possibility that you have just a ME chest, but as you can see, it's need that this energy acceptor, which is pretty expensive, almost similar to Emmy Controller. Only difference is that instead of calculation processors, you need engineering processor. And what else? And of course, you need those Fluix cables, so you can connect the parts together if you don't want to put them close proximity. And you also need at least this Emmy Terminal. Let's take a look. So logic processor, let's see. Yeah, this is also the same as normal mode, and this too. So when you get this Emmy Terminal, you would want to make this crafting terminal, so you can straight craft from your AE system. So there you go. Those are the basic parts which you need. So you can either have just Emmy chest, of course you can only put one storage cell at a time, or you can have energy acceptor, and then you need this Emmy drive and those cells. And of course, if you would want to access to your AE system, you need at least this Emmy terminal. But I would recommend it using this. There are other kinds of terminals, but those comes later on when you have gotten the AE system running. Or the most efficient system will be this Emmy Controller, Emmy drives, well, at least one storage cell, preferably more, and then this crafting terminal, and you will need to use these flux cables, and later on build smart cables and covered cables and even dense cables, but those comes later on. So the hardest part for the AE system will be either this Emmy Controller or Emmy chest or the energy acceptor. Well, basically, as you can see, this also needs this energy acceptor, so whichever you want to go, which way, so it is up to you, but I would recommend this is Emmy Controller and Emmy drive crafting terminal, and there you go for that. So I will be doing those stuff, and I will show the progress later on. I'm quite sure that I'm quite sure that this is the part which takes the most of the time, as we need to hunt down wither skeletons and kill those withers, and of course for these there will be need for lots of mining. So plenty to do, and I will check the progress later on, and I will ask, of course, help from our residents. But I think this is for this episode, sort of a small update what's going on, and hopefully next time there will be something else to show. Maybe next time we can go and check out the progress of our fancy house, and maybe on that time we have already started moving the machines downstairs, and maybe some decoration and making things pretty, rather than having, for example, dirt, stone, gold ceiling or something like that. Please leave a thumbs up if you like the video, and as always I will take comments, and If you want to subscribe, please click the subscribe button on top right corner. And that's it. Thanks for watching and see you on the next episode. Bye.